I'm Mmc Ngobeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
The City of Johannesburg's Department of Transport is now under the leadership of Mmc Funzela Ngobeni. I'm Tlotlego Khosilenzwe, and this is For the Record. Mmc Funzela Ngobeni, thank you so much for your time. You are no stranger to politics. Now you hold the position of Mmc of Transport.
Yeah.
Your top 3 priorities?
So I'm back and ready to serve again, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to finish the term this time. Now I'm in transport. It's a new environment altogether for me, but already the work has started. I started talking and engaging with the heads of department, last week. And we're going to have extensive meetings in the coming week where we will dig down into the budgets and the priorities of the department currently and see what we can be able to move around on a short term and what we can do on a long term. But there's challenges. I think all Johannesburg residents will appreciate that our traffic lights are not working, potholes, the city, declared a war on potholes, but things are not moving, obviously, in that respect. And of course, with COVID hitting us and bringing all different type of challenges, we need to see what is on the table and see what we can be able to move around on a short term and so forth. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Mmc, there's been a lot of talk on smart mobility.
Yes.
I'm interested to know your thoughts on this endeavor and perhaps how you plan on, spearheading the initiative.
Yeah, we need. I think it's one of our key priorities. We campaigned on it in my party Action SA. That one of the things that we need to do is to modernize our administration. We have to move with the times, and luckily it was part of the plans that we had even when Mr. Mashaba was the mayor. That we need to have traffic lights that are able to respond to the current environment where we are. We can't have a situation when a bit where if it rains, our traffic lights are off, or it takes more than 72 hours to fix a traffic light and so forth. So we need to bring technology into it. It's something that we are committed to. Even in areas like Rea Vaya and Metrobus, we are also looking at different types of technology that we can bring in there that will modernize our operation, make things easier. I know on the table there's automated system that the team was already working on with regards to collection of fares, making sure that we don't experience the losses that we currently experience. With a metro bus, you go into a bus, you pay cash in some point in some areas, and that money gets lost in the process somehow. So we need to make sure that we close all those gaps so that we can be able to make sure that whatever money that we generate, any little revenue that comes into the city coffers, and it gets to be redirected properly to deliver services. So we don't want any losses, and technology will be key in making us that we do so.
Well, we can only hope. Now, Mmc, just Johannesburg Road Agency, obviously as the city's entity, remains one of the most important departments or branches. Do you have any idea of how you plan on improving road infrastructure? You've been speaking a little about potholes and robots and so forth. What is your plan regarding road infrastructure? We know that there's a massive backlog in the city of Joburg.
Yeah, there's a huge backlog. Last time when we were in the city, our infrastructure backlog in Johannesburg was sitting at around 700 billion. It's huge, and the city doesn't have that amount of money, obviously, to turn things around. So we need to use our money effectively. We need to prioritize properly, and look at where we can make a difference. So road infrastructure is one of them. But Bitumelo, one of the first things that we want to do with JRA is to stabilize the entity. And the management part of it, we know that there have been challenges at the board level.
Definitely.
There have also been ethical challenges as well in the department. We need to go deep into those issues and make sure that we professionalized our administration. We only employ ethical leaders who are competent and who are committed to public service. So those are the first things that we will start doing just at the beginning of the year. We currently don't have a board chair in JRA. We need to obviously start getting that one right. And we need to deal with all the SIU reports that are sitting on our table that deals with ethical challenges that we have had there. And then we need to engage the staff. We can have all the greatest plans as the leadership of the city, but if the staff and the officials that needs to do the work on the ground are not happy and they are not being listened to, then we're also going to have a challenge. So we need to address all those issues as quickly as possible so that we can be able to then focus entirely on service delivery.
I'm glad you said that, MMC, because that was my next question on how you plan on fixing the issue of staff morale.
Yes.
Because when you get into a department and that lags, it makes it difficult, to execute some tasks. You're working with a team of very dynamic people. How do you plan on, engaging and collaborating with these people effectively? Can we be assured that the business of council will continue without delays?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're asking that question because we have had long, protected negotiations. So the agreement itself will guide us on conflict resolutions. It will guide us on which issues we must prioritize as a team, and it will also guide us on how we must behave individually and also collectively as a joint caucus, because that's what's going to happen. All of us are going to belong into one caucus. We will strategize together. We will be able to sit together before we take budget to council. Whatever report that we want council to approve, it must find consensus amongst us before we do so. So I'm confident that we'll be able to do so. I think we have a very competent team of MMCs that have been brought in. Our executive mayor it's an experienced councillor, a public servant herself, and someone that I believe that she's capable to deliver, and we'll be supporting her, and we'll be working closely with her to make sure that the residents of Johannesburg benefits at the end.